There's certainly always going to be a group of emerging markets that tend to run current account and fiscal deficits and need to borrow from abroad, and those markets will always be negatively affected by rising US yields. And certainly in terms of markets like Brazil and Turkey and Mexico, they've been weak since the election, and there's a sort of similarity there to the taper tantrum, but it will be different. India was clearly caught up in 2013 and has been relatively has not directly affected this time round. But rising US yields in the absence of strong growth are problematic for a certain set of emerging market economies.
Let's talk about the implications Trump's policies could have on China. He's talked about labeling China a currency manipulator on day one. He has threatened to impose a 45% tariff on Chinese imports in the U.S. Some analysts have said that could drag down China's GDP by nearly 5%. What's your read on the impact this could have on China?
So I've seen estimates at that level. I've certainly seen far more benign estimates. It remains to be seen whether that will be done. I think what you can say about Chinese policy making is that were that to occur, there would definitely be a response, probably an aggressive response from Chinese policymakers. A significant amount of US companies are dependent on China for a good part of their revenues and profits. So it remains to be seen what actually will come. I think in an emerging market context, it's important to remember that Chinese policymakers have much wider options than many other emerging market policymakers. China has a high savings rate, has a current account surplus. It tends to fund its own growth. And though there's been a rapid build-up of indebtedness in China, it's denominated in their own currency and owed to domestic counterparts. And in that sense, China's in a much stronger position than markets that are dependent on developed markets for capital flows.